What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another player prop drop. I'm your host, Allie Burns from Picks Parlays. And with me always is Scott Reichel from Winners and Winers. Scott, we had a little bit of a doozy there. You were on a heater. You were on a 10-2 prop drop heater. And then we ran into an 0-4 day. We took a day off, and now we're back again. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, I feel fine. Unfortunately, pretty limited card. I know that it was even more limited overnight because there were only two games that had lines on them. So I got creative with it, but I found four plays that I like. So let's keep it rolling.
Okay, we're keeping it rolling. Before we get rolling, though, everyone download that Caesar Sports Betting app and use my promo code Woodful. They are my official sponsor, and they're offering all new accounts up to $1,250 in a risk-free first bet, along with 1,000 reward credits and 1,000 tier credits. Check out the description of this video and click on the link, or, like I said, download the app and use my promo code Woodful. All right, let's kick it off with the Clippers. We got Kawhi. I'm guessing he's confirmed to play. Sometimes that's up in the air. Talk to me about the Clippers game tonight.
I'm going to go with Kawhi, assuming he plays over 3.5 assists at minus 140. He's had at least 4 assists in 6 of his last 7 games. He's had at least 4 assists in 10 of his last 12 games. And he's also been very good at facilitating against Golden State. He's had at least 4 assists in each of his last 7 games against the Warriors. Golden State's not afraid of potentially double teaming or trying to get the ball out of the best player's hands if they need to. I think at some point Kawhi's going to get his teammates involved. And we also know that since the Clippers have been struggling lately, and since the Western Conference is kind of crazy, this game's going to be an all-hands-on-deck game. The Clippers really need to win this one since they've lost 3 straight. I think Kawhi's probably going to play north of 35 minutes. He should have a decent workload here. I'll take the over 3.5 assists at minus 140.
All right, same game, other side of the court. Talk to me about Klay Thompson on the Warriors.
So I'm going to go with Klay Thompson under 4.5 threes at minus 115. I know that Klay is one of the best shooters of all time, so this might seem intimidating. However, he's had a couple of really, really big games where he had 40-plus points against the Rockets, for example. However, the consistency has really not been there, so I think this number actually should be a little bit higher priced for the under. He's made less than 5 3-pointers in 5 of his last 7 games, and against the Clippers, he really has not done that well from 3. He has made less than 5 3-pointers in each of his last 7 games against the Clippers. So even though the volume might be there to some degree, and with Curry being out, he might shoot a little bit more, the point is 4.5, I think, is inflated because he has the occasional like 10 3-pointer game. But most of the time, he tops out at 4. So I think that this number is a little bit too high. I'm going to go with the under.
All right, let's switch over to the Raptors at the Wizards. We'll start off with Bradley Beal on the home team.
So I'm going to go with Beal over 22.5 points here, minus 115. He scored at least 23 points in 5 of his last 6 games, against Toronto. He's also scored at least 23 points in 15 of his last 18 games against the Raptors. Now, this line might seem a little bit low because Porzingis is supposed to be back in the lineup, but based on Beal's recent scoring numbers, I'm expecting him to keep it rolling because he has scored at least 32 points in 4 of his last 7. So Beal has been a little bit quiet offensively, kind of taking a back seat a little bit more this season. But based on the recent run he's been on, 22.5 seems a little bit low for a team that he's historically dominated against. I'm going to go with the over 22.5 at minus 115.
All right, now on the Raptors side.
So I'm going to go with Pascal Siakam over half a steal at minus 140. Simply put, just going through his numbers recently and his numbers against Washington, this number is just too low. Even though it is juice, it should be higher. He's had at least 1 steal in 7 of his last 10 games, and he's had at least 1 steal in 5 of his last 6 games against Washington. We know Siakam's going to play a bunch of minutes. He's probably Toronto's best player. They're also still competing for a playoff spot in the East. So with a pretty decent workload and with a pretty solid track record of steals, I'll go with the over half a steal at minus 140.
All right, that's how we're doing this round of player prop drops in the NBA. Scott, they're looking for more of you. They're going to look on Twitter at Reichel Radio. Tell the people what you got for them over there.
It's all free picks. If you want podcasts, I got free picks on there. If you want YouTube videos, I got free picks on there. It's all free. Did I mention it was free?
I heard free. I love it. All right. And if you guys are looking for more of me, find me at Plus Money Honey. Are we doing one for Friday? Can they see us again tomorrow?
Sure. Why not?
All right.
I ditched you one day, so I got to make it up to you.
Okay. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I don't like getting stood up, Reichel. All right.
I don't know if it was standing up because I gave you like a heads up there.
That's
Can you
fair.
stand somebody up if you don't give them? Is it automatically not standing up if you give them a warning? What's
Well,
the
you
ruling
did
there?
come on my morning wood show. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like you could have made it work if you wanted to. Just saying.
Are you accusing me of not trying to make this work? Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
I'll remember that. I'll remember that in therapy. Thank you. Extra guilt on my conscience. Appreciate it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us on the Player Prop Drop. We will see you tomorrow. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Good luck, everyone. Happy Thursday.